Okay, now we have a tough case. Periapical cyst enucleation site for upper right quadrant. Okay, so we have some post-op CT scans, and that's not uncommon to see that once you extract the central incisor that had a big infection, it will somehow connect to the nasopalatine canal. It's pretty close. To me, and I'm not sure if the doctor is with us today on this call, to me, this site, if that's the implant site, it's just too deficient to work with. It's definitely not going to be an implant site. Sorry, Rashad, you wanted to make some drawings. You can create the outline. We can see the outline of the bone, perfect. And we can see the outline of the soft tissue, if possible in a different color, but the principle is clear. If you're not seeing mineralized tissue, and I'm not even talking about if it's cohesive, is it just mush put together, or is it poor quality bone, you got to see some mineralized structure. If you don't, whether it's real bone or not, dead bone or live bone, a live bone, you can't anchor an implant in there, or the chances are very low. So what's seen here in green is it could be soft tissue, it could be very poor quality bone, but I don't think we're there for an implant. I think this probably needs to be regrafted, and maybe that's what we are reviewing right now. What you're looking at here is one adjacent tooth is root canal treated. Rashad is drawing the outline for us on his screen. And I would love to see more axial cross section so I can identify the nasopalatine and see if maybe that's part of the nasopalatine canal. It's hard to tell. So here's my advice. Send us a few more photos. I'd like to see the soft. I'd like to see the soft tissue. I'd like to see the smile line. I'd like to know what type of provisional is in place. And then we have to triage this case and figure out what to do here, because the case needs to be regrafted. And I wanted to see to what level is reasonable to graft, or maybe it's not that critical to graft that much because the smile line is pretty low. And I didn't see it in the doctor's comments. So I have some comments here. It looks like the site needs vertical plus horizontal augmentation. I wanted to see a photo, see the soft tissue condition. I think that's more of a major augmentation that we need to plan. We need just more information to assess what's the best option here, and see maybe the adjacent teeth are reasonable for a 3-unit bridge. The reason I'm bringing it up, what happens if you're not able to graft that, or it's not, you can graft it but it's not enough for an implant. Rashad, is there anything else, from what you saw in the doctor history here, in the case history? It seems like there was an extraction. There was I don't know. I don't know what's a Rochette bridge. What is a Rochette bridge? Any knowledge about that?
I'm not familiar with that, Ziv. So the doctor is asking, I was thinking BioOS or ethos grafting with or without a membrane using bone pins. I feel the way Dr. Adrian approached his situation would be a similar approach for this one as well, where you do, periosteal, horizontal mattress suturing, thorough cleaning of it all. Depending on where you're at in your learning curve or your journey, I would be cautious about going through this case. The skill sets you need to be able to do a horizontal mattress periosteal suture, and you need to, be able to dissect beyond the It's just a pure vertical augmentation from what we saw in the cross section, Ziv. So I'm not. I would approach this case cautiously and beware what you promised the patient, because I didn't see any walls in that cross section you showed, Ziv. It was just purely bossed, horizontally.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a pretty massive defect. So I think I would love to help. Would love to help the doctor here. So I would first, let's get some more information. By the way, a Rochette bridge, I just looked it up. I was curious, is a type of bridge that is a form of resin retained bridge that relies on countersunk holes perforating the metal abutment wings. So it's like I guess like it's a type of Maryland. Sounds like. So and I think it's a great option. But let's look at that. Let's look at the soft tissue profile, so we can plan that procedure. Maybe we need to augment it, not for an implant, maybe for a pontic. So we have a nicer pontic and a better emergence for the fake tooth. That I think that's where we're at so far, because I with these types of cases, I don't want to give a half-ass advice and without having all the facts in front of me. But all I can see, it's a major augmentation. I'd like to see the bone level of the adjacent teeth. I'd like to see some periapical radiographs. We sometimes learn more from a periapical than a CT scan. I know we all like to do CT scans and they're important, but get some conventional imaging as well, clinical photography, and let's work this case up.
And I want to share something with everyone. I had the pleasure of listening to Dr. Tarnow speak, and more with regards to anterior implants, the 15-year success rate of an anterior implant or a resin bonded single wing cantilever bridge are fairly close. So with 15-year success rate with a resin bonded cantilever single wing or an implant, if you can avoid implants, it's something to consider, especially in compromised situations like that, where you need to do extensive rebuilding, unless the patient, is willing to go for it. That's my thoughts here. But yeah, let's troubleshoot it. Thanks for sending it in. PAs, Smile Line. Let's get a more comprehensive records, and let's mastermind this. Let's think tank it together. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks. Thank you. No, that's a great case.